Welcome to the Unshackled Life Podcast. Real talk about faith, freedom, and following Jesus. I'm Dalen Woodard, and I'm glad you're here. Whether you've been walking with Jesus for years or you're just trying to figure out what's real in a noisy world, this space is for honest conversation, raw reflection, and truth that sets us free. Let's get into today's episode. God with us doesn't always look like we expect it to. Especially when we're in the wilderness. In Numbers, we have an account of a period of time when the Israelites were sliding into what seems like an innocuous sin. They were grumbling. Now, what innocuous means when it comes to innocuous sin is that there are two ways sin will kill you. One is fast and hard. And the other is so subtle and so slow that you don't even realize you're sick until you drop. And that's dangerous. You know, it's like an odorless gas that you don't realize there's a problem until it's too late. So our gracious God, in his love and mercy, gave them an object lesson to let them understand just how dangerous the poison and toxin they were ingesting in their hearts and living on was. And these serpents came amongst them and began to bite them. And that poison was fast. That venom was quick. So they realized there was a problem. We're going to take care of this. The serpents served as a living spiritual carbon monoxide alarm, if you will. Screamed the alarm that there was something they didn't realize was a problem. And God gave them a way of escape because it was not just about punishment. It was about correcting the course and getting them back where they needed to be so they could have life. And they fashioned at his command in the image of what was killing them a serpent and raised it up on a pole and put it in the midst of them. And anytime anyone got bitten, all they had to do was look on that serpent raised up on the pole and be healed. And that pointed to the cross. That pointed to the coming of the Messiah. When once again, God would himself this time fashion an image bearer of that which is killing us. And he would be attached to a pole and lifted up so that all who have been bitten, who realize and hear the alarm that there is a problem, can look upon him and be saved and have life and have the toxins taken away, be healed and restored. And that's an awesome and beautiful thing. Because we have been given dominion in a lot of areas, although we ceded it to the enemy. We have been given dominion in a lot of areas. It still shows. It shows with snakes. Leah and I are going to be going to a reptile show this summer again to celebrate an event that we share. It'll be 16 years that we've been together, and we're going to go to the reptile show that we went to last year. And there's going to be all kinds of snakes. They have all kinds of patterns and colors that were never natural, but are natural through selective breeding. They've even managed to make scaleless snakes. It's the weirdest thing, but you know what they haven't been able to do? Breed away the venom. That's still there. And today we have gotten so used to the snakes around us that we think they're harmless because we've grown so immune to their venom that it's killing us slow instead of fast more often than not. So we're not hearing the alarm. We're taking these serpents and we're putting them in the hands of toddlers to entertain them. We are chasing after them to cuddle them and hold them, and we may not realize the damage they're doing. But if we stop for a moment, we can see it and we can feel it. It's the pain and the fear and the confusion and the anger and all the things that result from the toxins building up from snake bite after snake bite after snake bite begin to do their work in our hearts and our minds and our lives, bringing distance from God and destruction and suffering and misery. And the answer is still the same. There is one who was formed in the likeness of that which is killing me, which is me, raised up on a pole, on a tree. And we just need to keep our eyes on him. And maybe stop playing with the snakes in the playground. That would be a good idea too. So if you've been playing with them, you can repent, put them down. And whether you have or not, you've been bitten. And there's still areas where the toxin is working. So look on the one who overcame death and destruction and the curse on our behalf, and draw near to the one who was raised up so that we can have life, and life more abundantly, and we can point the way to others who have been bitten. Thanks for joining me for this episode of the Unshackled Life podcast. If it encouraged, blessed, or challenged you, consider following the podcast and sharing it with someone you feel it might bless or help. Be blessed, and remember, when you fix your thoughts on God and build your thinking on the foundation of His truth, God fixes your thoughts.